we it was really a scary thing to have on you, and several times something would happen, or we'd get all paranoid, you know, really, and pull them all out.
Oh.
Like, we can't have that. Flush them down the toilet. And it took a long time to get. Well, actually, it took until we joined WAMM to actually be comfortable smoking marijuana and thinking, I'm not a bad person for doing this. We saw so much medicine use. We saw people shaking and smoke, and all of a sudden they're calm. And we've seen lots of people dying, and marijuana really helps at the end.
Were you a hospice worker, or how did you get involved?
The hospice, WAMM has hospice now, but they didn't actually have hospice. But we were meeting once a week, and the whole garden was set up so that we'd have our medicine all grown. We'd all work in the garden. We'd all clean afterwards, and I mean, it was a big garden, so we were taking care of 350 people at one time.
Wow.
And they were leaving us alone because Santa Cruz was happy with us, the city of Santa Cruz, the county of Santa Cruz, the people around us knew that WAMM was trying to do the right thing. We did paperwork right. We did some studies that are still used now. Just every day, or every week, filling out studies. We met every week. We knew the people that were in our group. If somebody needed is in the hospital and needed some sort of anything, we were there. We came to the hospital. We went to the funeral home. We went to wherever the care facilities, so that we'd sneak them out the back and smoke. Yeah, they got to where they would let us in the hospital in Santa Cruz anyway, and this was quite a while ago. They got to where they would let us take the patient out and at least be to the window and blow it out the window, but the nurses would be real sly about that.
Sure. So they weren't eating anything at the time?
They weren't eating anything at the time.
Huh.
We did when we joined WAMM. We learned about cooking with marijuana. We had cooked before. We'd done a lot of experimenting, because it was just me and George, and we didn't have a lot of friends that smoked. It was just a couple of people that we knew, and then there was WAMM. But that was a whole different story. But we had experimented with cookies and Rice Krispie treats and butter and stuff like that. So we knew about that, but we didn't. We had no ability. We didn't have the crowd to make it for. So it was just us.
Gave you a good audience to work with.
Yeah. George makes ice cream.
Oh.
And he was one of the first. I mean, it was way back. All this stuff, it sounds so, oh yeah, he makes ice cream, big deal. He makes candy, they make cookies. But it was so new, so outrageously out there to be among marijuana plants, full grown in the garden. It was just heaven.
And in early 90s, I mean, that's really something. Not much was going on.
There was not much going on except DEA.
Now, you said George had glaucoma. That's how you got.
Yes, that's how we decided. He had found out, and he knew that marijuana was good for glaucoma, and he was smoking it, but we didn't. He wanted to be legal, and so we met Valerie. There was a hemp fest in Santa Cruz, and we came over from Morgan Hill and met Valerie Correll, who was the founder of WAMM, and she invited us to join WAMM. So we commuted for years. When he was working in the garden, he was head gardener for 3 years and completely ran the garden.
Wow. And
he commuted like 2, 3, 4 times. It took an hour, a little more than an hour, and except for the bus, we got over there in 45 minutes. So it was a horrible experience. We all were devastated.
Now, I don't know too much of the history of WAMM. They were busted and it was shut down?
They were huge. They were huge, and they were well known, and we didn't sell anything. Everybody worked. We donated a lot, and that's where a lot of my marijuana art got started, because I did T-shirt designs, and we made labels for lighters and just anything that we could sell and make money to cover the cost of the office and growing. And we did that for so many years, and I was just right in the middle of all that.